Hey guys, I'm Nikki.
And I'm Brie.
We're best friends, moms, and obsessed with TV.
Check us out every Monday as we dissect motherhood, TV, pop culture, and whatever else derails the conversation.
It's like eavesdropping on your funniest, most unfiltered friends.
If your friends had a mic and no shame,
We're here for all of it, and honestly,
we're not mad about it.
hey Maddies, welcome back to another episode of the Not Mad About It podcast. This week, we've got a lot to unpack. We are discussing the Summer House grand finale and the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. We literally could not contain ourselves, so we have binged the entire thing in 2 days. So we're here with all of our thoughts on that. And in a surprising twist, we are not going to discuss the Valley because honestly, we just had no desire.
And Mormon Wives took precedent over
yes.
the Valley. Like, we had to do what we had to do. We made the executive decision.
We might get back to it. We might not. We'll see next week. The content plate will be a little more empty, so maybe they could slither their way back in.
Yeah.
But this is the first time that I am sitting down in a chair today, so I'm also in rare form. So, we're just doing our best.
When aren't you in rare form? That's what I want to know.
That's the better question. You're right. That's so true.
That's your baseline. Rare form.
You're right. Yes.
It would be different if you were like, I am so calm and relaxed today.
Right.
My day was
I am
so
medium
easy.
well. Nope. I am.
Medium well.
She runs rare.
She runs rare. But hot. Oh my God. Something like pretty embarrassing happened to me this week. You know how again, we always make fun of comment for whatever post. Mm-hmm. But sometimes I do have to comment because I want to know what these people are talking about. And specifically, there was a recipe. I was like, ooh, that looks so good. I want to make it for dinner this week.
Just tell us.
Comment. Yeah. They used to put the ingredients in the...
No, but it's for engagement.
I know. And I'm embarrassed that I have to write comment because I don't know if you guys know, I'm this huge big time chef. I can't just see what they're doing.
Right.
And so I commented recipe, got the recipe. Andrew's friend at work DM'd me, sent me the post, and he said, hey, did you get the link for this? Can you send it to me?
So your comment went right to the top because it's a friend. Well,
Nikki, I wanted to die. I was like, I am so mortified that you saw that I commented on this post. I can't believe that just happened. I've almost never been more embarrassed in my life.
No, but it's okay because they wanted to.
Yeah.
And they probably would have had they not seen you.
No, he
so they
would
were
have for
let
sure.
me save myself the embarrassment.
You've already embarrassed yourself.
Hey, haven't talked to you in 6 years, but did you get that recipe? You mind sending it my way?
Oh my God, that's so funny. It's so true.
Well, what was the recipe?
It was so easy. It was a Greek lemon chicken and potatoes. And you know what? I did my own thing anyway. That I'm what a waste of I could have figured that out,
You could have saved that comment for something else less embarrassing.
Cottage cheese fudge brownies.
Oh my God.
Well, that's what Andrew's sending me.
No, but have you?
No, I haven't, but I'm not opposed to it.
Oh my God, our friend always makes black bean recipes.
Okay, that's too far.
Black bean brownies. But
I don't know about that.
I feel like it could pass.
Cottage cheese is just yogurt.
Well, so is black bean.
Like yogurt.
Not like yogurt, but a nothing. Not an overwhelming flavor. So you can mash it up and pass it.
You will pass it later. All set on the black bean brownies. No, thank you.
Right, hard pass.
I know. We were talking earlier, your kids are antibioticed up, for the arrival. They're in the safe zone. My kids are now booger fest. It just started. It's really unfortunate. I'm hoping everything smooths out, but Callum did say something really cute in the car. Even though he's boogery, I still had to get around everywhere because I can only be here for so long.
No,
as you guys know. I gotta go. So whatever, we went to the store on the way back. I was like, oh, when we get home, do you want me to make you soup for dinner? He's like, yeah. I was like, oh, what kind of soup do you want? He goes, chicken, rice, carrots, and dill. Is that not the craziest thing you've ever heard?
And dill.
I was like, okay.
Ew, I hate dill, so can't relate, but...
What?
Hate it. That's the one herb that I cannot. Cilantro, obsessed.
Love
and I
cilantro.
know that people have very strong opinions. Some people say it tastes like soap, and that's a genetic thing I've read.
Yeah, it's weird. But people feel the same about dill. They either love it or hate it.
Hate it.
Oh, we're a big dill house.
Oh, no.
Big on the dill.
Big dill. No. Big dill.
Big dill.
No. Oh, so did you make it?
Yeah, of course. Loved it.
Dill has never stepped foot in my house.
We get
Never.
it every week. Big bunch of dill.
No.
He'll literally eat it like tossed with cucumbers. Like, he loves dill.
To me, I have to pick that out like one by one. Like if I see those little dill particles in my meal somehow, no. Like a Greek salad, and I know it's like part of it. I know. I can't.
Are you kidding me?
I swear.
Wow. Okay, and you can't eat dinner here because all I make is Greek salad. Heavy on the dill.
Oh.
Yeah.
Can I get mine without?
We can try. I'll put it on the side. I do that for Andrew's family. Like if I bring a salad, I'll either like not put dill, but his sister likes it, so I'm like, will you have any?
Sprinkle it on at your own discretion. Like,
yeah, like do your own dill. DYOD.
Yeah. Yeah, that's so cute. Callum's the best. He's just like a little genius. You've been sending videos of him building his like little wood tower worlds.
I don't know.
His skyscrapers. And does he tell you, like, do they have a purpose? Like,
he says they're what does he say? He says they're dump truckses. But I think he means like
Giudice?
I think he means like a construction site, or I don't know what he means, or everything's like a motorcycle. So he'll be like, "Oh, I'm gonna build motorcycles," and it's just like stacks of stuff. But when we went to the zoo this week, and I obviously haven't been to the zoo in like a million years, but wow, do they upcharge the shit out of you or what? I could not believe it was $40 to go. First of all, I was like,
and you didn't have to pay for Ty. Did you pay for Callum?
Yeah, I had to pay for Callum.
Such a and for yourself.
Me and Callum, yeah. So we're already $40 deep. One of the reasons why I wanted to go is because they have like this dinosaur exhibit. So I'm like, oh, let's go see the dinosaur thing. We go to walk to it. We get there. There's a ticket booth.
No.
Yes. Making $8 for each of us. So I'm like, oh, I'm going to spend another almost $20 to look at some fake dinosaurs. Like, are
why?
you?
It's here already. What are you charging me for?
And they're doing construction on half of the zoo. You can't throw in the dinosaurs for free. No, Nikki. It was really crazy. And then there was something else. Was
there a petting zoo that you had to pay for the food too?
Yes, of course. Of course. So
like another $8.
Yeah, I was like...
Because they won't give you a cup. You have to buy the souvenir cup, the giant one. And then wait till you have, like, when Ty is able to...
We're never going back. They don't
share.
This is the only time we're going to the zoo. Sorry, Ty.
Oh.
Second kid problems. You're not seeing any of those animals.
Oh, yeah.
It was so crazy. And then I think there was, like, even some sort of, like, bird show that you had to, like, buy a ticket to. I was like, first of all, no one's here. I think we can let it slide.
The birds are here.
Yeah.
Doing the show, whether I'm here or not. Like,
can I stand outside the gate? Like, what? I was just so not expecting that. I was like, is this what this is why we can't afford anything.
No,
we have to pay for all this crap.
It's so crazy. Me and John always have this thing. Like, we'll go to, there's a lot of like, kind of like petting zoo farm type things.
Oh yeah, there's a lot out there.
There's like alcohol that the adults can drink, so it's like cool for the adults to go. But then there's like, you know, the big farm, there's the bouncy houses, like all the fun things to do. Why am I paying to watch my kid bounce? I understand if you want to charge $20 for each kid, that's fine, $25 per kid. But why do I have to pay? I'm not going on anything or doing anything.
You have to pay if you don't go on the bouncy house?
Yes, you pay to be admitted in.
No.
For a bracelet.
No.
Yeah, so Leo is still 2.
Wait.
He's 4, but I still say that he's 2. Because usually it's like a young enough person that they don't know. Like they don't know what 2 and 4 is. So I'm like, yeah, he's 2.
That just blew my mind.
And Livy's 2 too.
They're twins.
Colin, throw him in too. He's 2.
They're triplets.
They just had less and less nutrients in the womb, so they're just a little bit smaller as they go down.
That is so funny. They're all
it's
2.
Crazy. Like $25 for an adult to get into these places.
No,
like
that
I'm gonna
should
go
be
spend
illegal.
money on food and drinks.
Yeah. Like, where could we vote for that, you know? Like, vote to eliminate that. I'm done with that.
Right
That's
here.
serious.
We can start it.
This is what we're here for. This is our mission.
Malls for moms. Moms for malls.
And end the upcharging.
I
Like,
mean,
please.
truly. Wow,
That is
Brie.
so crazy. I can't believe that. That's really bad. Okay. Anything else before I get into some random pop culture news?
I don't think so. Looking forward to just seeing you on Sunday. I'm so
know.
excited. We're recording early in the week because we love you guys and we
Yeah.
wouldn't let a week go by
Can you imagine?
without releasing an app.
Okay. Anyway, I saw this is really exciting news for your mom specifically, which is why I need to talk about it.
Is it tennis related?
No, better.
Okay, then she doesn't care.
She's gonna care. Okay, so Dancing with the Stars, I guess, is starting to release like casting news for, I don't know, whenever the season comes out. Who knows? I don't watch it. But I did see that Alex Earl was like one of the first names they've released that are gonna be on the show. Like that's gonna make your mom watch. You know?
Obsessed. Probably.
And you wanna know who else is gonna be on this year?
Who?
Robert Irwin. Steve Irwin's son. I know.
Love him.
Love
I really
him. So
do.
happy for him. But then I started thinking, like, okay, they're trickling out the people that are coming on. So let's make some predictions in case we're right.
Ooh.
I have such a good one. Nick, I actually have two good
JoJo
ones.
did it, right?
Yeah, she did it.
One of the Mormon wives.
Oh my God, I didn't even think of them. So
Right?
true.
Maybe like Taylor.
Taylor.
That would be
and
great.
Demi
She
will be
needs
so
that, yeah.
fucking pissed. Wow. I hope she gets it. I was thinking either or both Dylan Efron and or Boston Rob.
Dylan, totally. He is like the sweetheart of traders.
But like I could see them both doing it because Rob isn't just traders. Like he has a million other shows that like and they're
not
best
much going on.
friends. But they have like a cult following of their own. Like bring
Oh,
them
you
on
think they'll
together.
both? That's a
I'm just
great
saying,
idea.
like it could be. But you want to know if this person is not cast this season, there needs to be a major intervention with the casting news because you know who they need to bring on?
Who?
Heidi Pratt, Heidi Montag. Spencer will literally triple their views.
Oh, yeah.
They actually will probably have to pay him out in promotion because the amount that he will be pushing that show if Heidi gets on, and she'll probably
know.
win from fan votes.
You don't think she's too big?
They will say yes to anything. They're probably trying to get on that show.
No, but they're
Are you
probably going to
joking me?
ask for too much money.
I think right now they need the money.
That's
Their
true.
house
That's
just
actually
burnt
very
down.
true, yeah.
Like they need it. And
Okay.
like I seriously,
would love to see it.
I would love to see. Can you imagine that cast if it's like Heidi, Taylor, Alex Earl, Dylan Efron, Boston Rob, like I don't know, somebody from The Bachelor. Like I can't
I need
even
to see Taylor, Frankie Paul, and Heidi Montag be best friends.
Nikki.
And doing TikToks together. Oh my God, they would love it.
Nikki? Oh my God.
It would be the best for both of them.
That would be so iconic. They would literally, and their kids can like play together. I seriously
Okay.
have chills. Guys,
Okay,
if you're still
let's
casting,
leave the podcast world and we need to be like casters. Like, what's
no, we're
like,
I was gonna say we're chat GBT. We're GBT for casting.
yeah, girl boss down. Yeah, if you don't know.
If you don't know, we're GBT for casting and shows. Like we come up with good ideas. Okay, so that was like the first bit of news I was really excited to talk to you about. Another thing, some Bravo
I can't wait to
news.
see who else comes out.
I know. Well, like I think the show's not coming out till like September or something.
Are you sure they just trickle it?
They just
I
trickle
thought there's
it. They
just one
tease
day
it.
that they say like this is who's on.
They tease it for so long, and even I think the all-star or like the professional dancers, they tease like who's coming back because there's so many. So it's like a whole whatever thing that they do, cheesy thing. Okay, so another
Well, we're
thing I
talking
saw.
about it, so I guess it's working.
Yeah, slide into our DMs. Tell us
Not
who's
mad about
next. Exclusive. I just saw that Andy Cohen did an interview right before we started to record, and the interviewer was like slaying, asking so many good questions.
Male or female?
Female, obviously, and she was like really putting him on the spot. She asked him if there's any updates in Real Housewives of New Jersey or like casting or what's going on, and he said like no news, no updates, and there won't be any for a while.
They will not film together.
Do you think they're waiting it out to see what they do?
They
and
won't. They will never.
But do you know what I mean? Instead of like Andy and like whoever produces that show, like looking for new people, they're like, this is the show, like this is the cast. We're gonna wait until they figure it out.
But I don't think that they're going to figure it out.
Yeah, so maybe there
will be a world. I do. I really think that. I think this is beyond repair now.
Yeah, because by the time it does come back, everyone's gonna be so moved on, like the cast wise. Mm-hmm.
But I'm just saying,
gonna want to do it.
I don't think that Melissa and Teresa will ever be in a room together ever again. So unless they're willing to let Melissa go, which I don't see why they would be like so gung ho on keeping her. It's not like she gave us so much. Would want to keep her.
No, wouldn't have a problem letting her go.
Wouldn't mind letting her go. Yeah, like unless they're willing to do that. Yeah. But then it's like, does Margaret film without?
Oh, true.
Melissa?
Yeah, it's so layered.
They're not the only feud either. There's so much drama with all the women.
That's so true. This interviewer also asked him like, "What's going on with Roni?" Mm-hmm. He said they're just in between seasons. They're always casting. It's not canceled. Like everybody, calm down. So same girls. He didn't say same girls, but he said like we're always casting, and that's just what we're doing right now. But there's still gonna be a Roni. Just
okay.
He said it's still happening.
I know for a fact, Lindsay Hubbard will be on Roni.
Okay, so she asked him, "What do you think about Lindsay joining Roni? Like people are saying that, people are speculating," and he said. Basically, he said no, but she still needs to be on our TV. So, like, stay tuned.
And we'll get into it when we talk about Summer House.
Of course,
but what's next for Lindsay? Because it's not going to be Summer House in the way that we've seen her for all these years.
Summer in the City, way better than her being on Roni. I'll take that any day.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Any
day.
If,
like, they're not making a new show... then
the fans are being very loud and it's a good idea. Like, why wouldn't they do it? It's easy money for them.
Freaking love Lindsay.
Also, Lindsay just moved into this insane apartment. Like, she's not worried about where her next paycheck is coming from, so she knows something.
Right.
Like, if that's in New York City, seriously, that rent is probably like $20,000 a month unless she bought.
Because she was saying in Summer House, like, this is how I make money. And, like, yeah, you make money on brand deals, but, like, nobody wants a brand deal with you if you're not on a show.
She's doing well enough. She knows something that she felt confident enough to buy this freaking palace.
Did you ever find out if it was in Manhattan?
I think it is.
I think it is, too. The windows
it's not a
like
house.
Manhattan-y. Yeah,
so true. Yeah, it's not a house. I think it is.
And if it was a house, I feel like, not that it was small by any means, because her kitchen was bigger than my entire house, but,
Same.
like... I feel like it would have been bigger if it were a house.
Totally.
Like, she has the biggest apartment that she can have in the city, which is huge. But if it was a house, it would be like, she would, like, be, like, living like she's in Real Housewives of New Jersey.
Totally. I also saw an unverified rumor on Instagram. Probably not true, but apparently they're going to film Summer House this summer, business as usual. And then in the fall, like, break off and follow, like, the OGs and start a new show.
A new Summer House? Or
they're going to be leaving. So it's like farewell summer all together. And then they're going to break off in the fall and film like a new show. I don't know, on some Instagram account.
Some random.
Even if it's not true, they should do that. Because even if Lindsay would still be able to come back here and there over this summer to like be a face. Like she could make it work like one weekend or maybe Turner comes and stays in an Airbnb with Gemma. They have an Airbnb, but Lindsay goes to the parties or goes out for the dinners or somehow, has her hand in everything. So I could see that happening. Last pop culture news I wanted to discuss, just to bring it full circle, JoJo Siwa and Chris Hughes.
It's not an episode without them.
I know.
Well,
they
when they give you such content.
I know. They can't help it. Like, now they're playing us, but they basically, the same interviewer that did the Andy interview also interviewed JoJo. I don't know where everybody's at. Like, there's some event going on in Miami, and the interviewer asked her about it, and she's, like, basically confirmed without confirming. She was showing the interviewer pictures of her and Chris. Oh, I think JoJo posted a picture of them kissing. They were just on vacation together. They're, like, all over each other. I feel like they're saying it without coming out and saying it because they like the speculation.
But, so you think that they are together?
Yeah. For sure. JoJo, the way she speaks about him is like she's in love with him.
if they are together, that's fucked up, because that didn't just like come after the show. Like,
No, of course.
you can't say that like you then kind of like didn't physically cheat on Kath,
Yeah, you
her
emotionally
girlfriend,
cheated on
but
your
like
girlfriend.
you were,
Yeah.
So like you're trying to defend your actions in the Big Brother house by saying like, oh, we just had this beautiful soul connection, which is like, yeah, true, valid, but like there was more to it than she let on, and that's fucked up.
Like, she's just
Wow.
been playing us. Like, I think they're together for sure, and they were trying to like lessen the blow. It's only been a couple weeks. Like, you guys
Wow.
could have kept going a little bit.
I
But
can't
they
wait to see how it
plays out. Oh, they're gonna like get their own show or like start a podcast or something like
great.
that.
Oh.
I wanted to give like a quick Karen Reed update.
Yes, I
Like,
have
nothing-
not been keeping much track.
The only stuff that like keeps coming out is just the prosecution like looking so dumb. It's like so apparent they have no case, that they're lying.
Talk about the judge.
Wait, what was that?
When she did the thing with her hands, that, and when she said that she needed to
yes.
speak to them all privately.
Yes.
Say
So,
both things.
Again, Who's
Since
Your
I
Big
just-
Brother? Who's Your Big Brother posted a video of footage from the courtroom, and
crazy.
the Alan Jackson is like cross-examining, I don't remember what witness, maybe the coroner or something, and the judge is looking at the prosecutor like dead in the eye, and basically like gives him a signal, like pulls her cheek, and
Like,
he
could you
immediately
be
says
more
object.
obvious?
He immediately says object, and she allows the objection.
Laughs too.
Yeah.
Like sketchy
No,
ass
like
bitch.
they are like they have some game going on, and then I think it was yesterday before court started. They told everybody, like all reporters, all press, everybody they had to leave the courthouse, like leave the floor, and they took like everybody went into a room with the judge, and then the judge called each juror in one by one to have like a conversation with them.
Yeah.
And people
said,
are like-
please don't speculate what I'm going to talk to you about. It's about like something that happened like in the court, or like what they say the reason was.
Well, people think that the reason is because some of the jurors are being like expressive. You know, they're not dumb. They could see what's going on. I think you can see it on their face. So people think that's what the judge was addressing. Like, you can't.
But why can't you speak to them all together?
Oh my God, that's
That's
such a good point.
sketchy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because what are you saying to then each person?
Maybe like if you don't stop, like you will have to leave, and it's like scarier.
Is that
if
a
it's
rule?
one-on-one? I don't know. I have no idea.
Anybody in the legal field, let us know. Is that a rule that as a juror
It doesn't matter
you
because
can't be
this
expressive?
judge is so corrupt, and it's like such a sham. Like, this trial is insane. Also, I saw another clip where the coroner said that when John O'Keefe's body came in, the only information she had on it was she received a note and like from the intake person or whatever, and said that, oh, this is so and so, like these are the injuries, like the only thing we know is that he was in some sort of altercation with, and then the judge stops her from speaking or something. Like, she was like about to keep, so basically like she said the only information she had
So
was
why
that
is she
there was an
censored?
altercation.
How is that legal?
I have no idea. And which is crazy is, again, because the feds are watching. So, like, are we going to see this judge lose her job? And are we going to see this trial even continue on? But what I really wanted to say is that apparently the prosecution has one witness left to call, which will probably be Tuesday. So then once that's out of the way, like, it's going to be fucking game on. Like, the defense is going to be calling up everybody, like Higgins, Alberts, probably Jen, like just everybody they can think of. It's gonna get
dirty.
Crazy. It's gonna get so dirty. And also, Who's Your Big Brother made such a good point that the car that Karen Reed drives, she had some like Lexus truck, the car has a software on it that tracks like if you get into an accident, like it has all this information. And apparently they think that the defense is going to bring that information in to show that she didn't run 25 miles an hour into a body. The car would have picked that up. And
well, then at the same time that the car has to pick up that she hit the other car.
Yes.
You know, with the
point.
information, if it shows that you have to show it both ways, then that would be big for them if they showed that she hit the car backing up. And that's why she had that damage and didn't hit anybody at that time.
I saw another thing that the drive from John O'Keefe's house to Brian Albert's house, just like the route, and there must have been so many different like street cameras, like ring footage that could have picked up Karen driving to the house, but there has been not one camera presented, and there was, I guess, like a library that was on the route that has 2 minutes of footage missing between like 12:34 and 12:37.
You are fucking kidding me.
Yeah. Which probably they removed it because they would have seen Karen's car driving and her taillight like completely intact.
Are we?
Also, I guess I am.
Also,
just
say, and when the guy backed up, that he didn't see the body.
Oh, who was that? Oh, they showed a video of like when Brian Higgins was leaving. He had a direct eye line of view to where John's body would have been, and he had like a snowplow and a big truck with bright lights. Like he would have seen John laying there if there was a body.
Right, and at the time it was just a dusting of snow, so
just
it's not like his body would have been covered.
Also, another thing, the coroner reported that he had no hypothermia, and because it was a blizzard, apparently hypothermia sets in just after 30 minutes of being in weather below 30 degrees or something like that. It takes 30 minutes to be hypothermic. And when they found John's body, it was still warm, and he still had fresh blood coming from his face, and that wouldn't have been possible like if he was out there for 5-6 hours getting snowed on.
What time did they find him? 5 something in the morning?
Like 6 a.m. But so basically people think that Alan Jackson, that's going to be his whole defense, is like, you guys don't think it's weird he had no hypothermia, but meanwhile we have a call log of Jen McCabe calling her sister at 5:07 a.m. basically saying like, we're on the way, bring that body outside.
Okay.
So people think like they dragged the body out like right before Karen got there, because the night before they were probably scrambling, like didn't know what to do, just like,
what are we going to do?
Kept the body inside, whatever happened. And then now they're like, oh shit, Karen's coming to your house like to look for him.
But then that goes against the theory that we said that they set him up to look like he was hit by a plow.
Because
it's like keeping him in the house. Oh my God.
Well, who knows? Maybe that was like in the morning. They're like, we'll just throw him outside and say that he got hit by a plow. Do you know what I mean?
That would be
like
really crazy to keep like a dead body in your house for several hours.
But when they found him, his body was warm. Like I think it was at 80 degrees.
No, your body also goes cold very quickly when you pass away.
He wasn't even cold to the touch, though.
So that's like, when did he die then?
Well, I don't know. I don't know like the rule time of death was.
Because
but still, he wasn't
he
would have died from hypothermia. That's what they're saying. Like he was reported.
I know, but I don't know why his body was still warm.
But I don't think it was like,
if he's
maybe
dead,
warm considering it was out in the snow. Do you know what I mean? Like not like 98 degrees. Yeah, I think it was 80 degrees or something like that. Because what do you run, 98?
Yeah,
so 80 like is cold.
2, but
80 would be cold in that sense, but compared to 30 degrees of
I guess.
So they think that's what the whole defense is going to be. He's just saying like, guys, his body like had no hypothermia. He had fresh blood coming from his face. How would that happen if he was just buried in the snow for 6 hours?
It makes no sense.
It makes no fucking sense. So I'm so excited for now the defense to like plead their case, because it's about to pop off. It's going to be crazy. And I just I'm so like almost looking forward to the trial being over to see like what's going to happen with all these people, or is something going to come out in the next trial where somebody cracks. Not the next trial, like with the defense, the next line of witnesses where somebody cracks under the pressure.
Because it's either going to be they all go down together, or like somebody like comes out with what really happened and saves themselves and is like, F you guys, like I'm not going down with everybody for this.
Or the only thing I keep thinking is like, maybe the only reason why they will get away with it is because it's going to be such a bad look for like officers that it's like this huge cover up. Like it's going to be such a crazy story. Like this will be talked about for an eternity if all of these group of officers and people were involved, and the judge, and it's like this huge cover up. Like, can you imagine?
But it's going to be a big thing either way. Like it's either going to be like, oh my God, they did this, or oh my God, like they are getting away with this. Like,
I know.
Is there any world that Karen did it? Do you think?
No.
You don't believe it? Not for a second.
Not for a second. Okay. So when the first trial and the show, I was like, it could be possible. Right. But now, after like everything that's come out, I'm like, oh my God, these people are nuts. Like there's literally no way. Because the way they're moving and behaving, you wouldn't act that way. And the fact that they never searched the house. If they searched the house, there would be no trial. And like for the sergeant to say like they had no reason to search the house, you find a dead body on the sidewalk, you're talking to everybody that lives within a mile radius.
Do they have any footage of anybody's Ring cameras? Because everybody has
I don't think
one.
so, Nikki. And there was like an officer that like lived across the street. Like I think there was other law enforcement that lived on that block.
You're telling me the Alberts don't have?
Exactly.
Oh, something happened with that, but whatever. We have to move on.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, we have to move on. Okay, let's start with Summer House. It was the grand finale. I do want to say, love this season. I love this episode, but I do feel like the editing was like we were in a ping pong machine. They were just like cutting ahead. I needed the episode to be like an hour and a half long because it was the freedom dinner, and then they were just getting ready for the party, and then Lindsay's having her baby, and then we're at the house. I was like, whoa, 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 whoa.
I mean, I guess I was thinking about that too. We just like had so little time with the Paige and Craig thing, but it's also like, all right, what more is there to really talk about and follow there?
I would have had more just like from the party, like just of like the house, like everybody saying goodbye.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Did they say goodbye?
No, they ended the party, sent everybody home, and then like a second later, Lindsay's going to the hospital.
Wait, that's so crazy.
It just felt very rushed.
That's really weird.
It was very rushed. I was like, whoa, what's going on? So the episode starts off finishing the freedom dinner, which was just, again, like one of my favorite things that we've seen on Bravo.
Do you know what I love, though?
What?
They all ended that dinner laughing.
I know.
That's what I love about them. Even Carl and Lindsay were laughing. Like, they were even making jokes.
They're mature in that sense, but they're like, okay, guys, is this really...
Yeah. Carl and Lindsay, no matter what they've been through, they don't hate each other like the way that some of these other cast members do in other shows.
They're not harboring like bad feelings. They're just like, all right, we got it out. Let's keep moving. Like, what's
we had
next?
Our emancipation dinner.
Yeah, like what's next?
We'll do this every year.
How do you feel like Lexi handled herself in that confrontation?
In the confrontation with Sierra, I feel like she did well with Sierra, and she finally spoke up.
I agree. Yeah.
I thought she was being way too crazy with Jesse, though. Like, her telling him that he wanted to suffocate her. I'm like, not really, though. Like, that was pretty mutual, and he was.
It was mutual.
Because they were mutually so into each other, like, they were both kind of suffocating each other.
Like, they thought that was, like, the vibe. But now, in retrospect, she's, like, reflecting on it, when in the moment she didn't have a problem with it.
Right. And then, like... You can't be mad at him for not wanting to, like, come and hang out. I'm so on two sides of this because I'm like, you're mad at him because he didn't want to come and hang out with your family and best friend. But maybe he wants to, like, take it slow. Like, you said you wanted to slow things down. But at the same time, he's also saying, like, day one that he wants to marry her. Yeah. So, like, it is a little confusing. But I was really annoyed with Gabby telling Wes to shut up during that conversation.
So annoying.
I'm like, why? Why can't he speak? And I was so glad that Paige was like, he's allowed to talk.
And actually, Wes, like, I don't know if he said his confessional to her, but he was like, Gabby, like, you're just commenting on everyone else's relationship. We have nothing to comment on about you, like, in your relationships. I was like, ooh, facts.
True.
But I feel like she felt like nobody was hearing Lexi, and she wanted to try to, like, reframe what she's saying. But I do want to say, we need to retire the phrase, I'm a girl's girl. Like, I could go the rest of my life without ever hearing somebody say that again. Like, that gives me the ick. I'm a girl's girl. When I hear a girl say that, I'm like, so you're not. You're actually not.
Yep, 100%. 100%.
If you are, you don't have to say it.
Brie took the words out of my mouth.
Sorry.
100%. Yes.
So annoying.
We don't have to say it.
It's like everybody, it's like that's becoming the new narcissist. It's like men are narcissists, girls are girls. And
gaslighter is ambiguous to any gender.
Anybody can be a gaslighter. We just throw that at anybody, like, shut up. Oh my God. But, Wes protecting Jesse, like, it's funny that the girls were trying to, like, hype him up to, like, yeah, like, you can do it, Wes. Like, speak up. And he still struggled. I was like, is this him defending Jesse?
But that was big for him. He's not like that. Even remember, like, 2 episodes ago, he was talking about how he doesn't speak about his feelings. Like, he's not a confrontational guy. Like, he just wants to chill and have fun. And he doesn't want to talk about feelings and things like that. I mean, hello, Sierra literally demolished him, and he didn't say one word. And that was about him.
Even in his confessionals, when he's, like, being shady, he's whispering.
Yeah.
It's okay, Wes. Everybody will still be your friend. God. Don't worry about it. Like, everyone loves you.
anytime Sierra brings up West in a positive light at all, like, he's just like...
I know. I need them to be best friends again next summer if they come back. Maybe like a makeout or something.
I hope that they do.
Oh, I wanted to tell you, though, that, one, this is the best season Kyle's ever had, like, for the show. Like, the least insufferable he's ever been.
The best behaved at 40 what?
42, I think. And it was kind of nice, but that he's the only one that was comforting Lexi a little bit. But I think she said this on a podcast, the 1200th podcast that she's been on, was that Amanda is the one that, like, recruited her for the show.
Yeah.
And I think Kyle feels some sort of taking her under my wing, like, let me be the one that's there for her, because they kind of brought her into this mess. So I feel like he feels a little protective over her, because it could be like, it's like, why is he always hugging her? And it's like, I don't know, weird. He's like a creepy old man. Anything else for the Freedom Dinner?
Nothing else for the Freedom Dinner. Peeing in my pants that after they broke up, Amanda, when they were on the couch and Jesse was flirting with Sierra, Amanda comes over and she's like, the body isn't even cold yet.
Amanda is so fucking funny. Like,
she's the best. Okay, guys, if you are following us on TikTok, you would have seen the clip that we posted or listening to us about Amanda and West. Like, are they meant to be in an alternate universe? Did you see her bring him that iced coffee in the morning?
I did.
To have a little suckle in the morning?
I did.
But she's so fucking cute. She's so sweet. Cute. And then she, like, went to check on Jesse. And then she did something else. Oh, my God. And I'm skipping ahead.
No, go for it.
When she met Gemma, Lindsay's baby.
Oh, my God.
And I could, like, cry. I was, like, getting teary.
Yeah.
Like, I was just thinking, like, Amanda is just such a good person. Like, she's such a good heart, and she's so sweet. And I was thinking, like, that must be so crazy to see somebody that you've known for so many years and so many seasons of their life, like, the lowest of the low, most toxic relationship, to, like, now they have a baby and they're a mom. Like, that's
which is
crazy.
all she's ever wanted.
Right.
You know? I think that's why it hits even harder, because we all know how much Lindsay wanted this.
I have chills.
Yeah, I have chills too. Also, Amanda was so cute and so real when she was, like, laying in the coffin, and she was, like, so sad that summer's ending, because now she's not going to get to be with her best friends every day.
I know.
That's
they
how
were all, I know. They were
that's
all
how I felt,
like that.
The summer when we were 21.
I know, our crazy summer.
It was, like, summer.
Ending, yeah.
It was like, I was, like, going to Rhode Island. Sarah was, like...
Having a baby.
Like, you were with her brother.
Literally.
But it's like, I know that feeling, and it's like, ugh, when you have such a good time. And even Lindsay said that, like, this summer was just, like, her happy bubble, like, before her life is about to change. Like, ooh, like, it was just, I'm so happy that they all had such a good summer, and which is why, except for Lexi, which is why we want to see them in this new show, like, moving on with their life. Oh, I also saw online that I think Bravo announced that after the 2-part finale, they're going to do, like, a Secrets Revealed episode.
Ooh.
Do you remember, like, I think they did one of those for, like, Vanderpump, where it's just scenes that they've never aired, or, like, maybe breaking of the fourth wall scenes, just stuff that wasn't shown throughout the season.
For Summer House, I would love.
And somebody was like, are we going to get the footage of the toe suck?
Literally.
Because that's a secret we need to be revealed.
I can't wait to hear what we get on the reunion. If Andy's really going to dig in. Like, how much time are we going to spend on the toe suck? Like, a pretty significant chunk.
I think they're going to be pretty brief about it.
Really?
Because they moved on from it so fast, like, on the season.
But that was, like, the crux of
that's
everything.
True. That's true. When Danielle came back on the screen, I was like, oh, okay, she's here again. And then when she was telling Lindsay to write on her thing, Lindsay should write the death of your vagina as we know it. Like, Danielle, really? Because she's about to have a baby. And you think that's funny?
And, like, Danielle, you're too old to be using the word Delulu.
Oh, my God. And also,
more than once.
But also rude.
Yeah, nobody asked you, right? Like, she's saying that she doesn't feel like it's going to change. Like, let her be Delulu.
Let her be Delulu. And also, like, Lindsay knows she's a star. Sorry, Danielle. Like, everybody knows.
She's figuring it out. Like,
I know. Exactly. That was so annoying. So annoying. So the scary death party, I don't remember, like, the name of the theme. But Sierra's costume as Brantley, dressed up as...
You liked it?
I Thought it was so funny. Of
Oh my
course,
God.
like, and she had like a little bit of like Coke, like white powder on her
didn't see
nose. As a finance bro, and her commentary, somebody like bumped into her. She's like, oh, I gotta call my dad. Like, she was so in character.
I thought it was kind of dumb, but
Oh my God, I loved it.
do you know what it's from, right?
Yeah, that song, Trust
Yeah, okay.
Fund.
A lead for a man
Finance.
named Finance. Trust fund. 6'5", blue eyes. Finance.
Which is why it's even funnier. Like,
Okay.
oh my
Like,
God. And
it's
Wes
so
was like,
removed now.
Wes was like, what's Sarah's costume? Like, I don't get it. And I think Paige
Yeah.
was like, did the song.
Yeah, all right. I don't like love it, but
I liked it. Oh my God. When during the party, or I don't remember if it was like before the party, but Jessie and Lexi are like fighting in the kitchen, and she's just like calling him out. She's like saying again her feelings, like actions that he's done and why she's so upset and like how she got to this point. And Jessie goes, we're on a fucking reality show. Like, what do you think I'm going to talk to my friends about? That to me, I thought was so rude. And I actually feel like probably validated Lexi thinking that, like, that relationship was manufactured. Because even though he was saying, like, we're on a reality show, obviously I'm going to talk to my friends, I feel like she probably took that as, like, oh, like, he's
It's for the
so
reality
aware. He's so aware that they're on a show and, like, putting on... And even if, like, okay, you're on a reality show, like, you don't have to talk shit about the girl you're seeing to your friends on camera because you're on a show and that's what people want to see. Like, we don't want to see that. Like, you don't have to do that for us. We're good. Like,
well,
it's kind of rude.
there's nothing to talk about if things are going great. You
I
know,
know, but
it's
he
like,
really was, like, painting
being a
her in
dick.
this light, and he refuses to acknowledge that that's, whether it was intentional or not, he refuses to accept that that's how it was coming across.
right, the half truths of it, which is 100% valid. Like,
100% valid. Have you seen
he
any
doesn't
of
see
the...
it though. He genuinely doesn't.
No,
see
I
it.
think he's, like,
confused.
really going through something right now. Have you seen any of the drama of him happening, like, just in social circles?
No.
Okay, so Alex Cooper from Call Her Daddy, she had her best friend Lauren on, like, for a podcast episode. And I think her name's Lauren or Lauren. I don't know if it's like
I
an
was
inside
like, why are you
joke.
saying it like that?
I think it might be a joke, but she was telling a story how they were like at some event in Vegas, maybe. I think they were having an unwell event, and like a really tall, maybe like Bravo reality guy came up to her and basically like talked to her for a couple minutes and then like propositioned her to go have a threesome with a stripper. And she didn't name names, but like people, everyone was like, it's got to be Jesse Solomon. Like they figured
was
out the
it?
party, like.
Oh.
It was like some event.
I was gonna
but
say, like, could it have been like Shep's not like that?
no,
like,
and I don't think he would be.
I'm
at
thinking of like
party
a
that,
tall
no.
guy, like Bravo guy.
But people like figured out that it had to be him, and Jesse like commented on the post, like
What'd he
pretty
say?
much saying like, I don't remember what he wrote, but he wrote something like stupid, like that it wasn't a big like being silly, like a joke, of course, story of his life. But it's like, ew, your true colors
Right.
are coming out.
You're also like a grown man. We got to stop with the jokes and like putting everything on. It's a joke. It's a joke. Like,
She was
it's
saying like
not
she didn't even
funny.
like talk to him. They were just next to each other like talking, and that was like his first initial reaction was like, oh, do you want to go like hook up with this stripper?
I'm
like
not
go in this back
calling-
room.
I'm not calling Lexi desperate, but I feel like that's how he gets these desperate girls with like dumb lines like that. And
I think because he's tall and he has a big personality, he thinks he's like invincible. You know what I mean? He's like
He's
jackpot.
not
And he's on TV.
attractive.
And then the other main part of the episode was Lindsay goes to have her baby, and then all the girls, well, I guess just Lindsay and Paige and Amanda go to Lindsay's house, like when Gemma's probably like, I don't know, 6 weeks old or something like that. I already know that you know what I'm going to say, but when...
With the breast milk.
With the breast milk.
Brie loves little breast milk. I thought it was so funny. I could not believe that Paige was so into it.
Yeah, she
I
was
don't take
into
her
it.
as like a breast milk drinking girl. I thought she would be like disgusted by breast milk.
I think she's just
She
so
was
intrigued.
fascinated.
Yeah, so fascinated by like motherhood and babies and
Which
like
you were too when
Yeah.
Sarah, our other best friend, she was the first one of us to have a child.
Yeah.
So she had 2 kids before any of us had even
I think
one.
anybody had one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when at Bree's bachelorette party, Sarah's had a baby. So she came on the trip and she was pumping, and Bree could not wait to get her lips on some of Sarah's breast milk. Did you drink it warm or cold?
No, cold, of course.
Okay.
Yeah,
Because
I'm
warm
like Paige.
is crazy.
That's like straight from the like that's too close.
No, that would make me vomit.
Yeah, a little pasteurized is okay.
Yeah, we need
We need
give
it
it
to
a
be chilled
swirl.
down.
It's like wine. Like, does it have legs?
But it's so because it is. It's like, oh, let me just like see what that's about. I don't know.
I don't think I've ever tasted mine or anybody's. Maybe when Sarah comes, I'll taste some of hers.
There you go. Line up the
Sarah.
shots. Line
Hope
up
she
the
has enough for all the
shots.
visitors.
I know, right? I saw someone comment online that Paige is like seriously getting better looking with age. And I think she said she's never had Botox. And
She doesn't. I could
could not
tell.
agree more. Like, she looks so stunning, beautiful, perfect. And she does just look so mature. Like, I really just love her. And I feel like she has such a level head. Like, the way she can look at situations and talk about them, like, in retrospect, is so mature. And even, like, talking about her relationship with Craig. Like, obviously, there's a lot more that she wants to say. And I'm sure she says a lot more on camera. But I feel like she did a good job, like, being honest and pretty much saying how she feels about Craig, that he's like a liar, and she finally could see it.
It's so crazy because she said, like, she defended him and lied through her teeth for him. And it's
I
like, I want to know, like, with what?
Well,
like,
I think just like at the beginning of the relationship, I think he like really had an
his
alcohol
behavior,
problem and he was pissing people off and like being a little crazy. So I think once he finally got it together, she still knew that side of him. And I think when he would make like all those snide comments, I'm sure when he would be drunk, he would say meaner stuff than that. And it probably was like really triggering for her.
What do you think about him not defending her with the cheating allegations?
I think that was kind of crazy. Like that he didn't.
That he didn't.
Because he didn't release a statement. Like, they were basically saying she did her episode. People immediately were like, she cheated on him because there was a picture of her at a game, at a baseball game or something with a guy. And Craig hadn't spoken on the breakup yet. So I think she probably knew his announcement was coming. And, like, in your announcement, you can't say, like, everything, but nothing bad happened between me and Paige. That's what she did. She said there's nothing, nobody did anything wrong. Like, it was just up. He didn't say anything about it. He like skirted around it and was such a victim. Like really made it seem like it was a one-sided breakup, which it was. But also by alluding to that, like, was it one-sided because she found somebody else? Do you know what I mean?
Okay. So my first inkling was like, he doesn't actually owe you anything. Like, he doesn't have to come out and make more statements. I didn't realize that he had not yet made a statement.
And
So,
they're
like,
in the
within your
public eye though. So I do feel like you do owe a little bit of, like, you know, all that hatred that you're getting and you know what she's getting. You could have just squashed it right then and there. And you guys,
He's petty though. Like, he's hurt and he's like,
he's a housewife.
I'm not giving you shit. Like,
yeah.
you
But
hurt me, now like you should be hurt too.
if he said something, the entire rest of the discourse between the relationship would have been over. There would have been all this drama leading up after it. Like, nobody would have said anything else. Like, it would have just been done. And that's why she was like, oh, he didn't, and he's dead to me. And now she's like, I don't give a fuck. Yeah.
Also fair.
Also fair. I know. I'm excited for the reunion. So I think the big reveal at the reunion is going to be that Lindsay and Turner aren't together.
I think it's going to be something so dumb.
But she said in this episode that if they didn't have Gemma, they probably wouldn't be together anymore.
But I don't think that she meant it like that. I think that they like kind of played that up. I think she meant like she's in the public eye and he wants absolutely nothing to do with it, which is like pretty major.
Yeah, pretty major.
But she also was saying he was the best guy in the world, like, to have a baby with. So
yeah, because he's probably really like taking his role as a father seriously, and like I'm sure she feels better knowing that even if we're not together, we're going to be co-parenting. He'll still be there to support her. Do you know what I mean? I think that's what it's going to be. But TBD, we'll find out next week. Okay, anything else on Summer House?
no,
Great season. Excited to see more.
one of my favorites.
One of my favorites. Yeah, gonna be sad when the reunion's over.
Get into Secret Lives of Mormon Wives.
Secret Lives of Mormon
Wives.
Hit it. Okay. Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. We did 1 through 3 last week. This week, we just powered through. Like we said, we skipped the valley. Nothing too crazy happened from what I've seen online. That I don't think we missed much, but we would have missed out on not finishing Mormon Wives. I couldn't get enough.
So good.
So good, but also like these girls. It's crazy how the show is a main character.
It's crazy how we're talking about how we can't watch The Valley because it's so toxic, but we're like, let's binge 7 episodes of the most toxic TV that there
But
is.
it's a different kind of toxic. It's like...
Yeah, it's not so deep.
It's not so deep. It's... A lot of their toxicity has to do with their newfound fame. Like, I don't think these girls behaved this way before the show came on. I'm sure there was talking behind each other's back and, like, talking shit. But now the show has really brought out the claws.
It kind of reminds me of, like, WWE, though. Like, in the sense that it's, like, not fully real. Like, you know, like, it's, like, super produced. And these girls are just, like, wrestler characters who, like... When the cameras start rolling, it's like, all right, we're in the ring, let's go. And, like, I'll say whatever and do whatever. And it's part of, like, the bit. But then, like, within that, people get hurt, for real.
People get hurt, exactly. No, Nikki, that's such a good point. I feel like we were saying last week, like, a lot of these shows are doing too much press. And you said all the Mormon Wives girls are doing podcasts. And they're almost revealing too much behind the scenes. Like... I saw one where Jesse said that Demi wanted to end season 1, like, faking an affair with Dakota, like, for a storyline. Yeah. So just knowing that Demi was willing to do that, how are we not supposed to question every single thing that we're seeing on the season? And, like, obviously Jesse said that to make Demi look bad, but it's making everybody look bad. Like, there needs to be some sort of illusion of reality when we watch these shows. Because I saw that, and then I was watching the rest of the season, like, is this
they're all
real?
Playing up everything, right.
Like, are these things real? But even if it's not, I still liked watching it.
I liked it, yeah.
I still liked watching it.
I thought it was very enjoyable.
Okay, let's start with Jen and Zach and the Chippendales controversy. Like, I don't remember what episode that happened or if we talked about it, but it came out that Jesse and Demi did tell Jen that there was going to be some sort of, like, Chippendales dance situation, and she gave them approval for that and did not tell Zach, like, this surprise was happening.
Yeah, there was a lot of not telling Zach, which was a little weird.
Well, because I think Zach doesn't have Jen's back, as we saw clearly when he was talking to Jesse and Demi. Like, he was also doing everything he can to point out all the ways Jen is, like, a liar, like that Jen has lied to him or Jen has lied to them. Like, he was not sticking up for her in any way. And I feel like she, even though they were working on things, she didn't trust him.
Right.
And also, if she
But that makes things then worse for herself.
Well, Nikki, if she told him that was going to happen, he probably would have been like, we're not going to that party. And then she's not filming, and then it's a whole thing. So maybe she was just hoping it would happen, and she'll deal with the repercussions after. But in Jen's defense, and she said this, I think, when she had that fight with Jesse, like, she agreed to having, like, Brett and Jordan do, like, a stupid little dance. Not, like, flying in a Chippendales dance or doing...
Yeah.
Giving her a lap dance, like, making them sit in the front of the room and having Zach sit there and watch it. Like, that was so over the top and so embarrassing and so cringy.
It was so mean.
And so mean.
Their intentions were so cruel.
To embarrass them. Yeah. And to get a reaction out of Zach. And to put Jen, like, in harm's way.
Yeah, that
like,
really
they know how
was
Zach's going to react. And then they still want to put her in that position. But then because they loosely told her a half-truth, they're putting all, like, the onus on Jen. It's like, well, you knew. So, like, you allowed that. Like, this is on you. And, like, you're a liar. And, like, the way that they were coming so hard for her, I was like, girls,
they were awful to her.
We don't care. Like, this is not a fight. Like, we do not care. Like, I like Jen. I felt so bad for her. And I do have to say, I think she's so stunning.
She is.
Like, she, like, never had makeup on in a lot of her scenes. I was like, this girl is so gorgeous. She's so sweet. And I think when she went into that fight with Jesse, I was, like, really shocked by how well she could speak for herself, even though she embarrassed herself leading up to it, saying, like, she's from the hood or something like that. Do you remember that? I was like, okay, Jen.
And he was like, baby, you're not.
Yeah. Please cut that out, guys. Like, that was bad. That was so embarrassing.
No, I am.
I feel like she went in there and immediately told Jesse where she was coming from. She said, okay, I'm sorry that... She basically said, like, I'm a people pleaser, and people say things to her, and she's probably half listening. She's not registering, like, the repercussions or, like, what those actions mean. She's just saying, like, yeah, that sounds fun. That sounds like a good idea, because she's, like, a people pleaser, and she wants to go with the flow. That doesn't make her a liar.
Yeah.
That just...
And to me, the whole thing was just nasty. Like,
so nasty.
they were doing it to get her in some sort of way. Like, they were either going to have this conversation where now they're fighting about something, or they're going to fight over the fact that, or they'll have Jen and Zach fighting amongst themselves.
Yeah.
They just wanted to cause drama for Jen.
Which sets the tone for Jesse and Demi for the whole rest of the season. I just
Nasty
wasn't
girls.
expecting it. I wasn't expecting the way they behaved.
Demi, because Jessie kind of gave that vibe last season of just
She
like
did.
being in everybody's business and like
Like meddling a little bit, but not like super mean girl. Just like wanting to talk shit and like egg it on a little bit, like start a little drama. I do want to say one thing about Zach. There's two things that he got right when he asked Jen, what is the message of MomTok? Jen's like, we want to influence the world. And he was like, influence them on what? You girls like are so mean to each other. Like, I was like,
he's like 90% of the time you leave them, you're crying. Like, what?
So
why are you
sad.
putting yourself in that situation? Like,
I know
it's a sick paycheck, but like
that's not the message of MomTok.
But that they all kept saying that, but they're all doing the exact opposite.
I know. Well, they need an intervention. Also, I do feel like he had one fact when he confronted Brett and Jordan about the Chippendales thing, and he said, Brett, you got mad at Chase for touching Demi without consent, but you both touched my wife without consent from her or me. Right. I was like, wow. And they actually had nothing to say back. Like, I think they just apologized, but I was like, yeah, guys, come on.
100%.
Like, it was so fucked. And I hope they apologize to Jen, too, the guys.
Yeah. Well, we don't see Jen for the rest of the season because she enters some sort of treatment for her mental health. That was really difficult to watch her struggling so much. It was very sad, like, knowing that she is newly pregnant, and like you have all these hormones, and then you have all this drama with your partner, and you have all this drama with all your girlfriends, and it's just like your whole life is imploding and you have no control over any of it. And like when you're in such a dark place like that, like you cannot get out of it. And what these girls are doing to her, and then even granted they didn't know that she was getting help, but they were like, well, why isn't Jen here? And Jen's not here because she's so scared. Like, if you only knew what this girl was going through, you would be ashamed of yourself.
I almost wish there was like a reunion, because there's just like now watching it back, like there's so many questions that I need somebody to like, like how do you feel now about Jen, seeing what you've seen?
I'm surprised we don't get one.
Well, there's definitely going to be a part 2 to this season or something. Also, did you notice that Zach was putting like deodorant on his 2-year-old daughter?
Yeah.
I was like,
I didn't like
that's real deodorant. Like,
like women's, like
Dove
deodorant. Yeah, that was weird.
And also, I didn't realize that both of Jen's kids were like so young. Like that baby's like a fresh 2-year-old, and then there's like a 6-month-old.
That baby looked maybe a little bit older than Liv. Yeah.
Yeah, like maybe like around she's
the same age. Yeah.
Crazy. I don't understand Michaela's beef with Whitney. Like, why does she have such a hard-on for Whitney and, like, is so mad at her? Obviously, she has a lot of, like, trauma, which explains why she's just, like, cut and dry, like, cold as ice. Like, you're dead to me. But I don't remember what happened.
I don't really either.
But she can't move on from it. Oh, but I did see. She won't. Which, okay,
she just talks shit about Whitney in front of her face. Like, yeah, she's, like, disgusting. Like,
wait, I saw somebody say online that Michaela reminds them, like, looks and acts exactly like Blair Waldorf. Yes. And I can't unsee it. Like, Blair Waldorf from Gossip Girl. She does look like her, and she does act like her. Like, almost
just
like cold, but also like she's like a little like precious, like at the same time, you know?
Oh, yeah.
It's like,
I do like her.
I have sympathy for her, which makes me see like her POV and why she's like acting a certain way, but she obviously needs to do a lot of work. And I also think that she was so quiet the first season, she wanted to come out with a bang season 2. Yeah. She's like, the audience is going to know me.
Yeah, I need to show my worth. Otherwise, they're going to vote me out. Because that's what we're doing now. But her friendship with Macy is really nice. I feel like Michaela's scared to put things out, so she keeps everything in. Like, she doesn't really share much, but I feel like with Macy, she has that one person that she can vent to and just talk about whatever on the show or in her own life. And now that they're going through their pregnancies together, that was... Wait, can we just talk about that quick?
Yeah.
Or is that skipping way too far ahead?
The pregnancy game?
Yes.
Yeah, that was
Was that brought on by producers? That's what everybody's saying.
Oh. Because it was weird.
Like,
it was like they had to do it.
Right. Like, oh, I seen this game. I saw this game. Like, did a producer bring that to Layla and go, hey, you should play this game because somebody might be pregnant? And she was just like, okay. And that insane outfit that she was wearing while she was doing it. I'm like,
maybe.
Wow.
That's a good point. I'm sure it was. And I wanted to say to me, just don't take a test.
The whole thing was really yucky feeling. Like, a lot of the things that happened this season were like a little like icky in that sense. I really didn't like that. And Demi knew that she had so much trauma. And she could have just said, no, I don't want to. And then I think it could have just ended right there. But I think it was kind of egged on. But of all people, Demi picks a positive pregnancy test after all of her fertility issues.
Was crazy.
And it really like must have slipped her mind. Like I could see that happening. Like you're picking up a pregnancy test and it's just like you lose yourself for a minute and you see the positive and you're like, oh my God, like I'm pregnant.
Or because like they already had one positive. So it's like, oh my God, there's two. That could be me. And that's the first positive since she's been trying for so long.
That made me feel really sad for her. But I also thought Jesse's reaction was like kind of crazy. Like, no, guys, like this isn't right. Like whoever it is, tell her. Because this isn't nice. Like,
no, it's like you're making them feel so uncomfortable.
Yeah, and they didn't ask. Why are you yelling at them because they're pregnant? Like, it's not their fault that they're pregnant.
And also, it's like you're taking that moment away from them. That's like
which is
really
what they said too.
Happy and exciting that they want to share. But I'm happy that like Macy and Michaela had a genuine moment where Macy was able to tell her.
That was so sweet.
So sweet.
Michaela had no idea.
No idea.
And she was like, what? Like who? And she told her and she was like, what?
I know.
What? Like a few weeks behind her, that is the
dream. I am so happy that Macy got to share so much of her story. I saw somebody say that they should make Macy a narrator of the show or like introduce episode or they used to do that like Laguna Beach that she should do something like that because she is the voice of reason or she's just the only narrator we can trust. We can trust what she says. And I remember after the first season came out, they didn't show any of her real story on season 1, and we all learned about it online after, and we were like, "That's weird. Why wouldn't they?" With her
husband and stuff.
Yeah, with her husband or her first partner.
Yeah,
like why wouldn't they share that on the show? So I'm so happy that she got to share so much of that. She has her book deal. Like she got to do that hosting event.
Her story is really crazy.
And when her and her husband were doing the egg retrieval or I don't know what you call that. The implantation. And he was like crying and so happy. Like I was so happy for them. They're really sweet. Like Macy's the best. Like I love that she tries to stay in the middle, but also like navigate for everybody.
Yeah. And she's so logical. Like she's not just going to agree with you because you're her best friend.
Yeah.
Like maybe unless you're Michaela. But she's really like, no, like I think you're wrong. I know. And we need one of those on the show because then it gets too out of control.
Exactly.
Can we just skip ahead to Demi?
Yes.
Just being a nasty wench.
Speaking earlier how we were saying how now it's hard to tell like what's real and what's fake. Do you think that Demi has been like studying reality TV playbook and she took a page from Spencer Pratt and she said,
if anybody, it's Spencer
Pratt. Let me be the villain of the show. I will make the most money. They will never be able to get me off the show because they need me for the drama. It seems like she came in with an agenda and she went so hard. And the fact that she was willing to have like a cheating rumor about herself created by herself on the first season. Now I'm like, oh, are you want to be the villain. You want to be the bad guy. And even her and Brett, like when they were yelling at Lan's mom, the way they were talking to each other after was like, they were still going with it. I'm like,
right.
They want the most money possible, and they are treating this as a business, and is their perspective, like, let's just be the mean, hated couple or the mean, hated one in MomTok, so I'm an asset.
But you're an asshole, and I don't think that's doing them any favors. Like, I think that if she is going in it with that mindset, it's only going to backfire on her. Because nobody now wants to talk to her. She was being vile.
She was being
talking about
really
Taylor
crazy.
Doesn't deserve to be in MomTok. There would be no MomTok without Taylor.
She refuses to acknowledge that. She's like, I feel like she thinks like, okay, whatever, but I made the show.
bullied everybody. And I can't believe that you wouldn't agree. And I can't believe that I'm on an island of my own. I'm like, dude, because your island is wrong.
She
You are by yourself. Like,
everybody
look
out.
at yourself then.
No, she can't. She calls everybody out for not taking accountability, but she cannot take accountability for anything when it's presented to her. And actually, Jessie, like, put it perfectly. She said that Demi speaks, like, in therapy talk. Like, that's how she talks to all the girls, and she talks down to them in that way, like, as if, like, what I'm saying is the truth, and you guys need to get on my page. And she speaks with conviction and so sternly and so strong that people, like, just go with her because it's
This is kind of unrelated, but I was getting that vibe, too, and they were talking, I forget where they were, but they were talking about, like, going to the temple and stuff, and she was acting because she went to the temple, like, she was, like, the best, which I know, like, in Mormon culture or religion, like, I guess it is because it's, like, a really special place that not everybody gets to go to.
Yeah.
But, like, I was shocked, too, that Michaela hadn't gone because she seems to be, like, the most religious.
I don't think she is.
She's not?
I don't think so.
I don't know why. Then is she just, like, buttoned up, like, personality-wise?
Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe because she grew up that way. That's just what she's
But it was just
used
like,
to.
okay, we get it. You're the best. You're the best at everything.
I'm actually sad by how much of a turn. And which is, again, why I wish there was some sort of reunion. Somebody could ask her, like, how do you feel you've been portrayed this season? Is that true to who you are?
I don't even think I would want to listen to it.
On the other end, like, Whitney was the villain first season, and she, like, learned her lesson, and she came in this season.
Came back, yeah.
Like, anything
Saint,
you guys want, anything anyone wants to say. She really turned it around for herself. She, like, stayed out of the drama. She was just there to have a good time. 3 days postpartum, like, rocking that stripper pole or however long it was. Anybody that needed to vent, she was like, I'm here.
I know, but
I'm
why
here.
is she up Demi's ass?
Well, because I think she thinks that Demi, like,
Is head
because
honcho.
she was the fan favorite, like, they're not seeing how this is playing out now or how...
They do see it now. Now in all the TikToks or, like, all the videos, Whitney and Demi are always together.
Really?
Yes.
Fuck. Maybe they have a plan that they both want to be, like, the bad dogs.
Well, I think it's because now everybody, Demi's on the out with everybody, and Whitney was, like, kind of on the out with everybody.
But Taylor, like, at the beginning, did have Whitney's back, and I could see why at the end Taylor was like, well, no, like, fuck you, Whitney. Like, I was the one that stuck up for you, and now you're turning on me? God, where's your backbone?
Yeah. Let's talk about
Friendsgiving. So Friendsgiving is when Taylor, like, comes to that party and has, like, has that basically, like, a breakdown. She keeps saying the same thing all season, that she can't forgive herself for the swinging scandal and how everything unfolded. And I guess what I gathered from, like, where a lot of the Dakota drama stems from, besides him lying to her, was that that girl that he was cheating on her with, I feel like that was Dakota's, like, girlfriend, and maybe Taylor was really, like, the other woman, because Taylor said, like, Dakota was, like, hanging out with this girl during the day, like, they were going on dates, and he would only see Taylor at night. So I feel like just knowing that,
she feels dirty.
She feels dirty, like, oh, like, that's validating everything that I have, and then I got pregnant, and now we, like, have to be together. Do we want to be together? The way that she speaks to Dakota and the way she speaks about him in her confessionals is so different. I actually feel like in her confessionals, she's, like, a lot more, like, loving and, like, level-headed and speaks, like, really kindly of him.
Man, like, she
is
really messed up.
And she said that her head and her heart are, like, always conflicting, and that's exactly how it comes across.
No,
it's almost like...
Great. I was going to tell you, it's, like, literally I could visually see, like, Taylor's head and her heart with boxing gloves on, just, like, beating the shit out of each other. Like, it's so polar opposite of, like, what... And it's, like, an angel and a devil. Just which one do I want to go with? Just fighting over, like...
But just thinking about where she started season 1 and where she is now, I actually hope she's so proud of herself, because you really could see a difference. She's working on it, and even Dakota too, I feel like by the end, like, you could see therapy is working for them. It was finally starting to click for him, like, what she's been saying, like, what her issues are, like, where he's been wrong in the relationship. And the conversation that he had with his friend when they were playing basketball, I totally love that. His friend, like... was so nice, was actually kind of like harsh without being mean,
Right.
and was trying to put it in front of Dakota's face. Don't be blind. And Dakota was willing to listen. And I feel like he needed to hear that from somebody else, because he almost like only talks to like Taylor's family, or that's all
Right.
that we see. I'm really glad that they showed that, because that was a turning point for Dakota, I think, for himself and for like the viewers.
Well, the biggest thing is they need to work on themselves separately. Taylor is a traumatized girl. She needs to work on herself and heal herself and deal with everything. Like, she will never move forward in a relationship with Dakota or anybody unless she fixes herself. And her mom said it too, actually, because I thought her mom was like kind of a bitch, like the first couple episodes. But then when Taylor went to her house and they were doing the puzzle with her sister, and her mom said, like, the only person that hasn't forgiven you yet is you. Like, we forgive you.
At that lunch, they're basically like calling her trash.
I know.
But like, why do you think she's so fucked up in the head? Because her family is like saying one thing to her, and then they're like, Taylor's probably like, wow, what if that was something like her mom doesn't say, or how her mom doesn't talk? And maybe Taylor's like, are you just saying that on camera? Like, do you know what I mean? Is that going through her head? Because Taylor like didn't receive that well. Like, it wasn't like a loving conversation like it should have been. I feel like Taylor was just sitting there like,
though.
that is
That's
the truth. But when you're hearing both sides, this is like her life story.
Her sister is the only one who is sensible and like
totally
that I will trust.
Thank God for her and Macy.
Yep.
Holding it down. But Friendsgiving, when Taylor was opening up and telling everybody how she's struggling, when Whitney's husband started crying and comforting her and like sharing his experience and like how it's going to get better, I was actually crying on my couch.
Oh my God, were you? I was like, yes. Wrap this up.
No, I was like, she needed somebody to like
it was relate
nice to her. Do you know?
But then I was like, all right, we could wrap it up. But
I thought it was so
it was a little
sweet.
long for my liking, but the message itself was like very nice to hear. You're not alone.
Yeah.
And again, forgive yourself. Like,
yeah, because they went through it. Don't forget, they literally left Utah because of him.
I mean, I feel like we're going to have such opposite opinions on everything right now. Brett, when he was like talking to Taylor during that dinner, and he was like, do you think like you deserve love?
Yeah. Like,
and she was like, I don't know. Like, you know, like that was like a big question. Like, that's something like she needs to work on. Like,
totally.
That I don't think, I mean, I guess she does realize.
Yeah. I feel like she's very self-aware. Like, she's always calling herself out. And that's why it's annoying.
Self-aware.
She's too self-aware, but that's why it's annoying. Like, I guess I could see where the girls get frustrated because Taylor reacts. She's very impulsive. But then she's like, okay, guys, like, you're right. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have done that. And then they're like, okay, like, you've moved on, but we haven't moved on yet. Like, we still need closure. Yeah. And she's like, okay, like, it's fucking over. Who cares? Yeah. Which brings us to the CMA thing with the comment on her post. Like, how did you, what do you think?
I thought that was totally intentional. These girls are on their phone 24/7.
Totally agree.
And like, again, I feel like that might have been actually produced, like not produced, but like a storyline by the girls. Like, let's all not comment on her thing.
Oh, and see how she acts?
And see how she reacts.
Nikki, that's so sad because that is the point of MomTok, which is why Taylor was getting
Because
so
why
upset.
would they all not? It's not a coincidence.
Oh my God,
that they
reposting, like commenting, like hyping each other up. That is literally the point of MomTok, women empowerment. She gets so happy for her that she got that opportunity. That's huge. Like, Taylor is a star. Like, it's so obvious. And
which also made me feel so sad when she was like, I feel just guilty for getting such an opportunity.
But like, that's why we love Taylor. Because Demi would be like,
yeah,
of course,
some hot shit.
I'm asked. Like, I was the fan favorite. Why wouldn't they want me presenting at this award show? Oh my God, Demi's face, production did her so dirty when Macy revealed she got a book deal and everybody was like so happy for her and they were just like zooming in on Demi and she was just like biting her cheek.
First of all, you're sitting right next to her. Like,
did she even say congratulations? Oh, she was so upset. I feel like in her mind, she's like, I'm the hottest. Everyone loves me. Why is Layla getting an opportunity?
Right.
Why is Macy getting a book deal? I have a story.
Which is such a sick and twisted way to like view.
No, but that's exactly what's going through her head. Like, it's scary how quick 1 second of fame can change an entire, like, I guess not that personality, like, must have always been there, you know?
But back to the CMA thing.
Yeah.
I think they were like, well, let's all just text her, right? Because then she can't pull it on us that we didn't reach out, because we did reach out to her.
Oh my God.
But you think it's a coincidence that none of them commented on her post?
Yeah.
Like, no, that was intentional.
Wow.
They did that on purpose. And hell yeah, she's going to call them out.
Good. I'm glad she did. They all make TikToks talking shit about each other.
I know.
So it's like, why are they surprised? That's part of their brand at this point, is hyping up the drama that's going on in MomTok, like, because we want to see it on the show.
Right.
Wow, it's just so layered, and everybody talking about their brand deals. I'll take more of that. I want to know what they're getting paid. Like, let's say some numbers.
Yeah.
But of course, Demi asking Layla, basically saying like, "Oh, good look at the shoot. Like, how much did they offer you, by the way?" Like, shut up.
Inappropriate.
She's probably like, "Why are you there?"
Yeah.
But Layla, like, just handing over her phone for Taylor to read, like, the group text of everybody talking shit about her.
Oh my God.
That's a little much. Like, does somebody need to see all that hate about themselves?
We could have spark noted that.
Yeah, and then to also, okay, you show her that, you start this big problem, and then you're not even there for her.
That was fucked up.
Layla needs to take a step back.
Yeah.
She's too young and
see her value on the show. You don't contribute to the drama.
Yeah.
You don't speak up, like, against the drama. So why are you there?
I don't know, because she's easily manipulated, because she's 23. She's like an industry plant for the show. Like, the producers kind of use her to, like, keep things moving along and to, like, plant little seeds. Oh, let's just get to the dinner, the Christmas dinner. When Leanne showed up, one, that's kind of crazy. Like,
yeah.
But they're probably like, again, production was like, just go, like, just go, bring the gift. But the way that Demi was speaking to her, whether they had some sort of agreement, because I could see Taylor's mom being like, yeah, like, I want to, let's get into a on-camera fight. Like, let me get involved. She's
still saying horrible things about her daughter. And the way that I wouldn't even speak to somebody my age like that, let alone somebody's mother.
But also Leanne was just kind of like taking it. I was like, what's going on? I would literally say, don't you ever fucking talk about my daughter like that again. No one would know your name if it wasn't for Taylor. Like, you don't speak about her like that.
Yeah.
Like, it was so crazy. And then again, when she left
But it's also, like, kind of startling to, like, be in a fight like that. And, like, I mean, I guess what did you expect was going to happen?
I think she went there knowing, like, she's going to... Because right away, Demi was like, should we...
But guess what?
Should we go?
Demi looks crazy.
Yeah,
not
she
Leanne.
Does.
So
she
Leanne stayed quiet and let Demi dig her own grave.
You're right. Yeah, maybe that was her strategy. Like, let me just make this girl look
talk.
Dumb.
Keep talking.
Yeah.
Keep talking about how worthless Taylor is.
I was surprised that, like, nobody stepped in sooner. Can you imagine, like, if John saw you speaking to somebody's mom like that?
Oh, my God.
Do you think at some point, a lot sooner, he'd be like, hey, babe, maybe we should go outside for a second, because he knows that, like,
if you saw me speaking to somebody's mom like that, you wouldn't get up and come over and be like, hey, Nikki, I think we need to take a breather.
Yeah.
Like, what is
and
wrong
actually,
with you?
when Brett did go over, like, she kept talking.
Yeah.
Like, she kept going. I was like, okay, like, end it here. It was so bad. It was such a bad look.
She needs to realize, like, her word is not gospel. Like, she thinks whatever comes out of her lips is, like,
that's
gospel.
Yeah, she does. And anybody that doesn't agree with her is against her.
Yes.
Like, when Taylor told Jessie what Demi said about, like, not going to her salon, which is really fucked up.
Really
also,
fucked
like, Jessie obviously does a good job with hair color. Her hair color is amazing. And then when Jessie later confronts Demi about it, she's like, it's taken out of context. It's like, okay, but you still told Taylor to go to another salon. Like, that's taking business away from me. And Demi, like, refused to take accountability, refused to acknowledge. Jessie, I'm so sorry that I did that. Like, we weren't in a good place. I was being bitchy. Like, you know, I love your salon. And I actually feel bad for Jessie saying, like, I do all of your everyone's hair. Everywhere we go, do everyone's hair for free. She's doing this for all of you guys, and you're going to tell one of them to go somewhere else?
Yeah.
And I guess Denise basically said at the beginning why there was beef with her and Jessie was because Jessie's a millionaire and she doesn't need the money, so why is she on the show?
Okay. Like, is the message not to empower women, or is it about money?
Well, for Demi, well, they were saying now they all look at Demi different because they
Exactly,
don't
though.
care about, not that they don't care about the money, but like they're happy with what they've got.
Right.
They don't,
They're not
like,
doing bad.
they're not doing bad. And for to say that somebody doesn't belong on the show because they already have money, it's like you guys all have money.
Right.
No one's like in squalor.
Right.
Like, you're all just fine. I don't know.
Demi, we've seen your house.
We've seen your house. Okay, so then after that, the season, like, I guess the season almost ends when they all go to Jesse's house to have like a vote, a survivor style.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they didn't bring out the truth box and put the names in there.
That they didn't let Miranda come to, even though she's been on the whole season. That was so bizarre.
Well,
like,
I was actually surprised that I forgot Miranda was on there. She was a little bit of a dud. I don't think she'll be back.
well, yeah, not unless she is. Like, Layla was on last season, unless she comes back guns a-blazing.
Yeah, well, they're going to have to say, like, Miranda, you're going to have to, like, expose your life. And she's probably going to say, no thanks.
I don't think that, exactly.
Yeah.
I think she would say no. I think that she tried it. I think that this is not for her.
Not for her.
I don't think that she enjoyed herself.
No. Yeah.
And I don't think she'll be back.
But the whole voting was so crazy and so weird. Again, I'm sure that was produced.
But what about, like, Demi, like, yelling at Taylor? She was like, it's not a fucking vote, Taylor. And Taylor's like, dude, like, what's wrong with you?
She's Jax Taylor, the number one guy in the group. And she's fighting with the real number one guy in the group,
Yeah.
Taylor.
Yeah.
And, like, sorry, like, Taylor was like, okay, well, I'm not going anywhere, so I guess you have to go.
Yeah.
And she's like, well,
She left, right?
did she? They
I think
said
she
that
did.
she's like out of MomTok, but she's obviously not. When we get to the end and Layla like goes to that hotel to meet Marciano to see what the rumors, what the truth is with Demi,
Nastiness.
literally, so to see what the rumors are that all people are talking about all season with Marciano from Vanderpump Villa and Demi apparently like having some sort of affair. Just when they got there, this guy Marciano just seems like such a creep, and he was like, "Oh,
Such a
Layla, like
sleaze.
looking hot. Like, I like your outfit." Layla and Marciano are talking in the whole hotel room because Layla wants to get the truth if
Yes.
Demi and Marciano hooked up in Italy, like what really happened. And he basically said that they were flirting. He took it too far. He tried to make a move. She turned him down. But the real tea that he said is that he's basically been sleeping with
Yeah.
Jesse.
No way.
No way.
No
But
way.
now all this online chatter, like Jesse's not wearing her wedding band. There's issues in her marriage. Like it's for the story, right?
Yeah. I also feel
That like pisses me off.
Do you think Demi, like, called Marciano and was like, they are trying to start a rumor that you and I are together. You have to have my back and say that we're not. And, like, now she's beefing with Jesse. So she's like, say it was Jesse.
Honestly, it could be anything. Like that could be
I
the
don't-
case, or they could have concocted this plan when they were in Vanderpump Villa. Like, do you know what I mean? Now I'm questioning everything.
Two
And
questions.
they could have
Do
said,
you-
let's use this to promote both of our shows.
Right.
Who
Although,
knows?
like, Marciano.
I know.
Please, no thank you.
But now Demi said that he, like, sexually assaulted her.
Oh.
Did you see that?
I did not.
And then a couple of the girls, like, they said Demi's lying, which is crazy. Crazy thing to say. I don't know. I guess somebody said, like, she actually got a good edit from Vanderpump Villa. Like, is that the situation was a lot more flirtatious than what was shown. I don't know, but now I'm just questioning everything if it's
That
real or
guy's a
fake.
creep.
He's so creepy. Again, like, I still enjoyed it immensely. They did, like, a to be continued. Like, I'm waiting for whatever they're going to drop. And even if it's...
Think?
It said to be continued at the end of the...
Like, next season?
I think they're going to do, like, a part 2 for season 2. Because you don't end a season on a to be continued. Like, there's more to come. And they flash forward to, like, Jesse and Jordan, like, having drama. Like, that's what they're going to bring out next. So I think they're definitely...
Well,
Again,
can't
even
wait
if
to
this is
see it.
fake contrived drama, like, I
Yeah,
will
whatever.
watch it. I will love it. Like, these girls, most of them are stars.
Right. We're watching it under the view that it's entertainment.
I like
It's the
WWE. That's, like, such a good comparison. And we don't have a problem
One
with that.
more thing that Demi said that was unfucking believable was when she said that Taylor needs to go home and be a mother.
Oh, my God.
That's disgusting.
Disgusting.
Like,
And saying, like, was like, protecting Ever in the situation.
Yeah. Guess what? Taylor has Ever with her everywhere she goes. So don't worry about her being a mother.
So true. You just remind me, I did want to say, like, I loved how Whitney and Taylor brought their
Yeah.
babies everywhere. Like, because that's what
And it was just
you have to
normal,
do.
yeah.
It's just normal. Yeah, like,
Right.
oh, we're going to film this lunch. Sorry, the baby's got to come.
Right.
Like,
That's so like your girl on
oh, Chan?
Yep.
Yeah,
Like
it is.
Okay, I'm gonna bring them with. Like
They're
I'm not
coming.
gonna say no to things because
I know. I love that. That's
Yeah.
what that's real life. Like, you do
Yeah.
have to bring your baby everywhere.
But
Like,
that was disgusting.
Yeah.
That was disgusting.
Demi went too low, and I don't think there's much coming back for her. Like, I don't know how she would redeem herself unless she comes in. But if they've already filmed, like, part 2, we're going to see the same side of her.
Yes. I also wanted to just make one contradiction too that Demi was saying. Like she was like, I can't be in MomTok if Taylor's in MomTok. But Michaela hates Whitney just as much. So why
Yeah.
can Michaela suck it up and sit there and be in MomTok with Whitney, but like Demi, who's God, can't?
Because she wants them to vote out Taylor so that she could be the leader of MomTok. That's why she thinks that they're going to choose her over Taylor.
Well, I think she's seeing that's not the case.
Definitely not the case, but she really thought that that's what's going to happen, and that's why she kept getting angry and angrier, because it wasn't going according to her plan. You know, she's like, what?
And making it worse and worse and worse.
Yeah, it's
for
like,
herself.
what? You guys need me. I'm the fan favorite. It's like, okay, fan favorites change every season to me. Like, we're so sorry to tell you, it's never the same.
Yeah,
Except
so
for maybe
keep that same
Schwartz.
energy from last year, not flip it around 180 and
Yeah.
become the villain
And become, like,
Wait,
a
do we know
huge
why?
bitch.
Do we know why Jesse and Demi hate each other now?
I think it's because of the hair thing.
That's it.
Well, I think they had drama where Demi was trying to get Jesse off the show so they could all get paid more.
Yes.
And then I think when Taylor told her about the hair thing, Jesse was like, okay, like, your true colors
Yeah, but
are
they
coming
still
out.
They didn't blow up. Like they hate each other now.
Well, maybe we'll see it in part 2.
Yeah.
All right, should we do our Not Mad About It?
Let's do it.
Okay, again,
Let's do it.
every week we say something we're not mad about. Mine's a little lame this week, but I'm not mad that we didn't watch The Valley. I did go online to see, like, what the chatter was about of the episode, if I missed anything, and it seems like basically they were still talking about Nia defending Danny. Everybody's trying to say that Danny's like a drunk and alcoholic. Meanwhile, they're all drunk, drinking all the time, and that was like kind of the episode. And like, I think Janet says something crazy to Nia. I don't know.
Well, now maybe that MomTok is off our plate. Like
Love Island's coming up.
I don't know. Ooh.
There's a lot of shows coming out.
Commitment.
That's a big commitment. If it's anything like last year,
Must watch.
it's a must watch.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's my job.
Yeah. And like, I always skim like when I watch Love Island.
I know you do. I'm not a skimmer though. It's like people who wake up at their alarm or they hit snooze. Like I gotta wake up.
Yeah, I'm not a snoozer either. But like, I don't skim in MomTok. That's not a show you skim. You know, like Love Island's a show
Okay.
you can skim.
Right. I don't care about the challenges.
And they like
dumb-
recap before like every episode, like what
Okay.
happened. So
Like
sometimes
if God forbid you miss one.
oh my God, I
okay.
would skip episodes all the time. It's like, you'll catch up.
Okay.
Okay, Nikki, the floor is yours.
Okay, guys. I got a good product for you. I went to Target. Miserable trip, let me tell you.
Yikes.
Going with a 19-month-old and my 4-year-old who is such an angel. Liv, on the other hand, my baby, not. She was so bad, throwing things out of the cart, screaming, ripping things off the rack, just like she was in a mood. And
Would
I
you
was
say
like,
she's medium rare?
oh, she was
Rare.
Like, is there anything under than rare? Is
Black
there?
yeah, black and blue.
Ew. Oh my God, that's disgusting.
Do you know what that is?
Like raw?
Yeah. You like just hard sear it. It's like literally raw in the middle.
Is that safe?
Yeah, because you're cooking the outside.
But what about the inside that you're eating?
People eat like rare burgers.
But you can't eat rare raw chicken,
What do you
right?
think tartare? Like beef tartare.
Yeah.
it's raw.
You've had that?
Yeah, of course.
Do you like it?
Depends on how it's plated.
If you commented recipe on
Wait, some
Anyway.
restaurants do beef tartare where they put the beef through a grinder and it's
Mm-hmm.
literally like raw ground beef on a plate with stuff on top. That I will not fuck with. But that's like
that's
traditional. It's just ground
actually
beef.
gnarly.
It's disgusting.
Ew. Okay, anyway, so she was
sorry.
black and blue. And of course, I had like a million things on my list too. Like, I had to really peruse. I was
Yeah.
like getting clothes
Busy.
and like every aisle from all different sides of the store. Also, not my regular Target, so that's also an added stress of like, I don't know where I'm going.
They're all different.
Also different. But I did find the dollar section, the value section. Let me show you what I found.
Oh, I'm so excited.
It's this. This is a fan, okay? And it's handheld.
Okay.
So Mike doesn't need batteries. My kids don't need to bother me and tell me that they're hot. This was $1.
Wow.
This is going to be my product of the summer. Run to the dollar section.
You heard it here first.
No, I'm not kidding you. They have a ton of cute ones. They have ice cream shapes, shark shapes. This is the narwhal.
Unicorns? Oh.
Yeah.
Guys, run now before they sell out.
No,
like our
so
podcast is about to sell these out.
At Target.
At Target.
Yeah, sponsored. But yeah, just such a great little $1. I was like, oh, you're going home with me. But yeah, well, with that, guys, it's the end of our episode, and we love you dearly. Follow us on Instagram, TikTok. We post fire clips where we look like beautiful, stunning models. Well, so if you like what you heard, rate, review, subscribe. We'll see you next week.
Peace.
Later.